Week 8 is in the books, and we got some reactions and takeaways to the week. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and hop into last night's Thursday night game, which was the Chargers and the Vikings. Beat them pretty badly. I mean, I'm not extremely shocked by this outcome. I thought it was going to be a little closer, but the Chargers are the better team, and they're starting to get back on track after the little skid that they had. As for the Vikings, I don't know what to say. I feel like their season's kind of over right now. Their defense is not playing good. J.J. Watt's missed enough time. They're not developing him like they'd like to. Carson Wentz is actually out for the season. It's kind of a mess in Minnesota right now. Alright, next up we have the Dolphins beating the Falcons. I definitely did not see this coming. The Dolphins, for the first time all season, genuinely looked really good. Their defense stopped the Falcons, and their offense looked really good. I mean, Tua didn't throw a bunch of interceptions like he usually does. And yeah, good win for the Dolphins. I don't think it's going to save their season or anything, but it's always good to get a win after the shit that they've gone through this year. As for the Falcons, I mean, I'd say I'm shocked, but I'm really not. They seem to always let people down, and this is a perfect example of it. This was a prime opportunity to get up to 4-3 and catch up to the Bucs a little bit, and they just shit the bed. Alright, next up we have the Ravens beating the Bears 30-16, and honestly, I picked the Ravens, but that was because I thought Lamar was playing, and he didn't play, but they still won, so I was a little shocked that they still won without Lamar, but, this was a very encouraging win for a team that really needed it. They shut down the Bears, and the Bears have actually been a really good offense this year, believe it or not, and their defense looked good. Their offense wasn't terrible. They just gave Derrick Henry the ball like they probably should have done earlier. And yeah, it was a good win for the Ravens, and honestly, they could sneak in the playoffs if they're lucky. As for the Bears, I think they'll be fine, but this is definitely a frustrating loss. They should have won. Alright, next up we have the Jets getting their first win of the season against the Bengals. Congratulations to Aaron Glenn, congratulations Justin Fields, congratulations to all the Jets players for getting your first win. I mean, I don't think it's going to change your season around or anything, but it's always good to get that first win, get the monkey off your back. They did just that, and their offense might not be terrible for the rest of the year. As for the Bengals, I mean, this is a very frustrating loss. They had a prime opportunity to capitalize here. They could have moved to 4-4 and been half a game behind the Steelers, because they lost, and they couldn't. They basically choked away an opportunity to gain some ground in the division, and I don't think they're going to really do anything. Alright, next up we have the Bills beating the Panthers 40-9, and I wasn't shocked at the result, but I thought the Panthers would put up more of a fight. The Bills, this was a great game for them to get back on track. This is the Bills that we've expected, this is the Bills we've come to know, and this is the Bills team that can win a Super Bowl, so good for them, and shout out to James Cook for having over 200 yards. As for the Panthers, I mean, I don't know what to say. You guys just did not look good at all in this game, and I will acknowledge that Bryce Young was not playing, but I really don't think him playing would have made a difference. I still think they would have gotten blown out. Alright, next up we have the Texans beating the 49ers, and this one, I wasn't shocked that the Texans won. I definitely didn't think they'd win, but, the 49ers, they're down a lot of people, and they, for some reason, didn't give CMC the ball a lot. So a game like this is bound to happen, just considering how injured they are. But, I mean, good for the Texans. I mean, this is a win that they absolutely needed to stay in the race and keep their season alive. And we'll see how they play against Denver next week and see if they can continue to keep the ball rolling. And as for the 49ers, I've already mentioned they're just super injured, and there's only so much you can do with that much of a depleted roster. Alright, next up we have the Patriots beating the Browns 32-13, and this game was about what I expected. I actually was only off by a single point, because I said Patriots 31, Browns 13, but, really close, but no cigar for me, I guess, but who does get a cigar is Drake May, because he had a great game as usual, because he's been balling this year. And yeah, it's been the same old song and dance with him for the last few weeks. He's been having really good weeks. As for the Browns, I mean, this is a very frustrating loss. And I mean, normally it's like you expect to lose a game, but when your best player has 5 sacks on defense, I mean, you'd like to think the game would be closer, but the Browns are just such a bad team right now. All right, next up we have the Eagles taking care of the Giants, 38-20. And before I talk about this, prayers up to Cam Scatabo for suffering that injury. I mean, that was a gruesome leg injury, and he's probably going to be out for the rest of the season. So that sucks. I feel bad for Giants fans. And I will say one positive, I still think Jackson Dart looks really good. I think he's might be the guy. We'll just have to see how he plays, but definitely unfortunate for the Giants to lose Cam Scatabo, especially after the Malik Neighbors injury too. But as for the Eagles, I mean, you know what? They've been playing really well. These past 2 weeks, they've just been taking care of business like you would expect a team like the Eagles to do, so congrats. All right, our first 4 o'clock game, you have the Bucks beating the Saints 23-3. And the Saints, they actually benched Spencer Rattler in this game for Tyler Shuck. So we'll see if he can get the ball rolling for him. I don't think that he will, but you never know. But yeah, the Saints have just had a rough season, to say the least. And as for the Bucks, I mean, they didn't really do anything great in this game. I mean, not that they really needed to, considering who they were playing. They were just kind of there. They just took advantage of the fact that the team they were playing was really bad. All right, and speaking of that, the Titans getting killed by the Colts in a game that I basically kind of expected from the start because Jonathan Taylor's been playing like an MVP. He had 3 touchdowns in this game. The Colts smoked the Titans. There's really nothing good that came out of the Titans. So, you know, Titans, it's been a long season and it's going to continue to get longer. And also for the Colts, shout out Michael Pittman Jr. for that 1 touchdown catch. If you know, you know. It was a crazy-ass catch. And, I mean, if Jonathan Taylor can stay healthy, I think this team can make a deep playoff run, to be honest. All right, next up, we have the Broncos beating the Cowboys 44-24, escaping the curse wheel somewhat. I'll get to that in a minute, but I'll start with the Cowboys. I mean, when your defense is as bad as they are and as injured as they are, there's only so much you can do. I mean, this is a good Broncos team, and I will give them credit. They still were fighting at the end. I mean, they weren't going to win, but they still were fighting. I honestly think Brian Schottenheimer's a pretty good head coach. I just think they need to fix the defense and maybe cut down on the turnovers on offense. And, yeah, as for the Broncos, I mean, we're back. This team is a great fucking team. Like, I haven't been able to say that since I started watching football, because I started watching in 2018, but I can definitively say this is a great team. Like, I think we could honestly go to the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know if we're going to, but we have the ability to, like, genuinely. If we can keep playing like this, it's going to be great for Broncos fans. For the first time since 2015, we can officially say that we are back. We are back in contention, and I'm loving every second of it, except for the PS2 injury. That kind of sucks. All right, and for Sunday Night Football, we have the Packers beating the Steelers 35-25. Aaron Rodgers was unable to get his revenge on the Packers that he desperately wanted. And he did not join the club of quarterbacks to beat all 32 teams because he did not beat the Packers, which were the last team. So definitely not great for the Steelers. I mean, they had a lead going into the 4th quarter and they kind of just stopped trying. I feel like they kind of just let the Packers do whatever in the 4th. And that's definitely concerning considering that, you know, the Steelers, I honestly think they can be a good team, but they just have to play better. I mean, you can't do what they did. I mean, you need to win a game like that. And as for the Packers, I mean, you know, they won the game, so good for them. They were able to come back in the 4th quarter and take care of the team. And honestly, right now they're the 1 seed in the NFC, and they're starting to look like what you expected them to look like, you know, at the start whenever they traded for Micah Parsons. So good for them, and we'll see how they continue to play for the rest of the season. And ending the week, you had the Chiefs taking care of the Commanders 28-7, and I mean, this game was about as what I expected. I mean, the Chiefs are a great team, and they took care of a team that's very injured and not playing up to standard, or at least for last year's standards. Jaden Daniels was hurt, And if they would have won this game without Jaden Daniels, I mean, that would have been one hell of a victory. But, I mean, you can't really expect any team to do something like that if their quarterback's injured. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate situation for the Commanders. Hopefully he gets healthy soon because he's a fun player. But without him, they're just not the same. And the Chiefs, they just took care of a lesser opponent, so good for them, and we'll see if they can continue it. And that's going to conclude the video for Week 8. I went 8-5 on my record, and that puts my current record at 83-37-1. So, yeah, we'll try to keep this, decent record afloat. I think it's pretty good. I honestly can't remember, because I always forget whether or not a record is good or not, but I think it's pretty good. I mean, I might be the best one I've ever had, but I genuinely don't know, but I digress. I'm going to end this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.